Hey, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Maddie, and today I'll be sharing my TBR for June. I feel like it's been so long since I've done a monthly TBR. I missed one for May because I have been on a reading slump for, 3 months now? Oh man, it's been awful. I just have not felt like reading anything but manga. I've only been reading manga, but no novels at all. It's just I haven't been in the mood to read any novels. This month, though, I'm really going to try to pick up some novels, especially because there are 2 readathons going on this month that I want to participate in, so I'm going to give it a shot, and hopefully this month my reading slump will be over. The 2 readathons going on this month is the Buzzword-A-Thon and the Romance-A-Thon, so I really want to participate in these. The only problem, though, is these readathons might be going on around the time that I might be moving. I don't have a set date on when I'm actually moving, but if my predictions are correct and I am leaving here on the dates that these readathons are going on, I don't think I'm going to be able to fully participate in these readathons then, but I'm at least going to try. I'll at least try to read one book from each readathon, so we'll just see how it goes, but I am kind of worried about that. Anyway, let's just get started. Let's start with the readathon TBRs first. Let's go over Romance-A-Thon first. So this readathon has 7 challenges. The first challenge is to read a forbidden romance. So I picked On the Island, and I'm also picking this one because it is the group read for this readathon. And it is also a forbidden romance between a teacher and her student. And they get stranded on an island, and I think it takes place over a few years. So I love forbidden romances. It's like one of my guilty pleasure tropes. So I'm excited to read this one. This book has been on my radar for a long time, so I hope I like it. Next one is to read a new adult romance. So I picked Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. I've put this book on multiple TBRs and still haven't gotten to it. It is a novella to the Maybe series, the first book being Maybe Someday, which I think is my favorite book of 2019 so far. I loved it so much, so I really want to read the novella to it. This one follows 2 different characters, but they were characters that were from the first book, and I'm really interested in these characters and their whole love story, so I want to read it so bad. I'm hoping to get to it during this readathon. Next one is to read a romance with pink on the cover, so I chose The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. It has pink on the cover right here. The cover is just stunning, and it has so many colors on it and the pink scheme of colors. I also chose this one because there is a movie adaptation for this. I don't know if it's out by now or if it's coming out, but either way, I want to read it before I see the movie, so I'm going to try to read it. I might actually make this one of the first books I get to during this readathon, because this is at the top of my TBR since the movie adaptation is out or is coming out, so I really need to read it. And it sounds really cute. It sounds like a really cute romance, so I'm excited for it. The next one is to read a romance that was released in 2019, so I chose The Bride Test by Helen Huang. This is a spin-off to, what was it? The Kiss Quotient. I almost forgot. And it follows one of the side characters from the Kiss Quotient and their whole story. So I love the Kiss Quotient so much. It was so cute. So I really want to read the spin-off book to it. It came out in May, so it came out recently, so I really need to get to it. Next challenge is to read a romance with a man on the cover. So I went with Lover Awakened by J.R. Ward. We have a man and a woman on the cover. This is a book I actually have started. I think I read the first chapter not too long ago in May. I tried to read this book, but I was still in a reading slump and it was killing me. But I read the first chapter or first few chapters, and I liked it. This is the 3rd book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, which is a series I am really enjoying, so I've been eager to read the rest of the books, but have had no motivation to pick them up because I don't feel like reading. But hopefully I will pick this one up again during this readathon. Challenge number 6 is to read an LGBT romance. I picked Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. This is a LGBT romance that interested me because it's a very interesting topic. It's about this girl who thinks that she's lesbian, but then her guy friend comes back into her life and now she's like questioning it. So I kind of like the topic of like questioning your sexuality and if who you are is really who you are. If that makes sense. So I've been really looking forward to reading this one. It's been out for a while, so hopefully I'll get to it. And the last challenge is to read 7 romance books. I'll be completely honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to read 7 books in a week because of the slump I'm in, but you never know, maybe I'll be in a really big reading mood that week and will knock out 7 books, but I highly doubt it. Now I'll share my TBR for the Buzzword-A-Thon. So this readathon, the theme of it, or the goal of it, is to read books with a certain word in a title that the hosts have picked. And this time, Lala from Books and Lala, since she is the host, one of the hosts has picked the word you. So your goal is to read books with you in the title, or your, you'll, you've, any book with Y-O-U in the title in one word. So I picked 4 books to read during this readathon. Will I get to all of them? I don't know, but I thought 4 was a reasonable goal that I can complete if I am really in the mood for reading. So the first book I picked was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I still can't believe I've only read 1 Morgan Matson book, and that was like 3 years ago. I've read The Unexpected Everything and have been wanting to read more from her, but just have never gotten around to it. So I'm really going to try to read Since You've Been Gone. It's like one of her most popular books and it sounds really good, so let's hope I get to it. The next one I recently checked out from the library and it has you in the title, so it's perfect, and that is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover is one of my favorite authors, so I'm like slowly making my way through her books. Again, I also have Maybe Not on my TBR this month, so maybe I'll be able to knock out 2 books by her in June, but we'll just see. And I also love the color scheme going on this cover. It is so freaking pretty. I love pink and purple together. It's just really stunning. So I'm really excited for this one. The next one is Listen to Your Heart by Casey West. I actually did start this book. I think it was in like April. I started it for a readathon. And that's when my reading slump actually hit when I was reading this. So I DNF'd it for the time being, but I have always planned to get back to it. And it was really good. It had a good start, so I definitely want to keep on reading it. And the last book on my TBR for the Buzzword Readathon is Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. This one sounds really interesting to me because it has to do with schizophrenia, and that's always a topic that I've been wanting to read in a book, so I really want to give this one a try because of that. So I am hoping I enjoy it. So that's it for the Buzzword Readathon. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to read all these books for both of these readathons, but I'm gonna try. It's just depends. We have to see how it goes. I'm just hoping I'll be in the mood for reading when the time comes for these readathons. So I do have a few more books that I have from the library that I'm putting on my TBR for June because since they're from the library, I need to read them as soon as possible before I need to turn them back in. And actually, they are all manga. They are 2 manga series, so yeah, I've been really in the mood to reading manga lately. I've been reading 0 novels, but a whole bunch of manga. So the first one I have is a series I've actually started, and that is Twinkle Stars by Natsuki Takiya, who is the same manga artist and author of Fruits Basket. So I've been wanting to give this series of hers a try because Fruits Basket is my favorite story ever. So I wanted to see how she handled like a completely new story. The first volume is right here. So I already read the first volume. I've read half of volume 2. Yeah, pretty much half of this volume. So I am almost done with it. And I also have volume 3 right here. So I think I'll be able to knock these out in 1 month. This series is really good so far. It's really, really cute. Not as good as Fruits Basket, at least so far, but it's really enjoyable, and I've been really wanting to continue reading it, so I probably will this month. And then I have Parasite Volumes 1 and 2. I checked these ones out because I watched the anime for this, like, I want to say 2 years ago, and it actually, at the moment, is my favorite anime of all time. The anime to this is just so, so good. It's very creepy, very strange, but it actually has some really great character development, and the plot of it is so interesting. So I really want to give the manga a try and see if it expands more on the world than the anime did. So I have yet to pick up the first volume, but I'm hoping to do it soon. So those are all the books that are on my TBR for June. I'm hoping this will be a great reading month and I'll finally get out of this horrible slump that I'm in, because I honestly do actually miss reading. So I feel like really soon I am going to be in the mood to reading a novel. Let me know what's on your TBR for this month, or if you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them, so maybe you can help me get pumped for reading them. And if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more books related videos and anime videos, and I'll be back really soon. Bye!